So Blake, last week, Coach said the defense kind of got the better of you guys. As the leader of this offense, what are your thoughts kind of going into scrimmage number 2?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's frustrating. Whenever the defense does come out and we're flat and we're struggling, and they're getting stops and they're getting off the field, it's frustrating for our side at times, but it's also a good thing for our team knowing that they're pushing us to be better every single day. Seeing those guys fly around, the energy that they have, there's a big difference, and so it's fun seeing it. But at the same time, we got to execute at a higher level, and we got to look at each day and grow from each day moving forward.
Along those lines, too, all due respect to last year's defense, but you as a guy that sees that defense all day, every day, what would you say is the biggest difference between this year's defense and last year's?
I would just say the unity of the group. I feel like they play together. I feel like they communicate at a really high level. You can just hear them talking every single play. They know where to go. They're playing fast. I think that's the biggest thing for me is the speed of the defense and how fast, whether they're pressuring, whether they're disguising looks, things like that. I feel like they do a good job of that and communicating and playing really fast.
What do you want to see improve from that first scrimmage to Saturday scrimmage?
Yeah, I think for us is, we came out and we scored, I think, in 7 plays. And so for us is to be able to keep our foot on the gas. Whenever we have momentum, being able to keep the momentum, not stalling. Whenever we start fast, we got to finish strong too. And I think that's the message to the guys. For me is whenever we come off is to be able to encourage them, let's do that again. It feels really good whenever we do that. Let's do it again and make it happen. And one time isn't enough for us. And so being able to really to focus on that, and then for us is just sticking together. We got a good group of receivers and athletic at that position. The O-line's been working their tail off every single day, so just coming together.
Along those lines, earlier this week we talked to Ricky Johnson, and he said last year's receiver room probably didn't get what they should have because it was somewhat a selfish room, and he said that's not the case this year, that it's a more together.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. Yeah, for sure. No disrespect to last year's group or anything like that, but this year's group is they're the whole package, like you said. It's off the field, I've said that many a times, they're great dudes. When they enter the building, not selfish at all, ready to come in and work and get better, and that's what you see from those guys every day.